Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Partner, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500, but that's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff and the roster of players. They believe last year is over. They do not think there is any correlation between the squad they're planning to put on the field today and that one that we saw really go through some growing pains and struggles just a year ago.
Here's Austin Seibert to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course, we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get it.
Oh, and they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
We can feel this crowd all the way up here in the press box, Mike. I mean, one play in, one sack later, and this crowd is rocking.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penn, and they're going to get him again. Remarkable. How about that to start the game? 2 sacks on the first 2 plays.
So offensive play caller, he's got to help out his offensive line right now. Some screens, some quick games, some run game. They've got to slow down this pass rush because so far here early, they have had no answers for it.
This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
So on 4th down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. Olamide Zaccheaus deep to return. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Here's a toss left side for Robinson. Now a loose football. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand. down before the ball comes loose? And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Falcons offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. Oh, that's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. It's 2nd down.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, that was a disaster. I like the call. I like going for it on 4th down. Give your offense a chance to extend this drive and maintain possession, but after going the wrong way, now they're going to have to watch the other team take over after failing to move the chains.
The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Play action. Here's Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Falcons offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out first down and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The size, the speed, and the strength of this defensive tackle was on full display, Mike. He defeats the block, strikes the ball carrier at the line of scrimmage. He's able to bring him down, keep it to no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. That one taken in by London. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On first down, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Here's second and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. Throwing is Penix. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll throw with Daniels. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Falcons offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Finding room at midfield. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
And I think this is going to be a matchup they exploit the rest of the game. They go to it here early to test it. And I think with those results, it's something they should continue to come back to, because I'm not sure the defense has a matchup for that running back.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
That one is caught by Mooney. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Again, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. He finds the veteran Ertz. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Here's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' first down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. The motion man here is McLaurin. On play action, Daniels. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion.
It's his ability to change direction. He's able to go from his back pedal to then driving that route fast enough that he gets to the ball immediately as it arrives, and he's able to knock it down.
They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Caden Ellis in on that stop. Second down and 8. Throwing now, Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, it's Eckler. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders.
Just a great way to finish off a drive. And It was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Austin Seibert now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders move out to a 7-3 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Ray McLeod on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Now the lefty Penix on 1st down. Open man down the field, Mooney. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Robinson. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 30.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. The veteran Bobby Wagner in there on the stop. Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. So after 1, 7-3 is our score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This one from 43 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Here's Daniels. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Daniels now going to look to throw. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Play action. Here's Daniels. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Robinson. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Third and a yard. On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
Daniels now on 1st down. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll run with Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
And he will take it in himself. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders will take a 14-6 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. McLeod now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
On 1st down, it's Penix. He keeps it himself. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They motion the slot man left. Here's Robinson. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the ground, it's Robinson. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
3rd down, 3 to go. On the handoff, it's Robinson. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a 1st down. Pitts is the man in motion. They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Pitts is the man in motion. Penix on 3rd down. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Well, when you call a screenplay, of course, you're looking to catch the defense off guard and pick up a chunk play. You're not thinking you're actually going to find yourself going backwards, but that's exactly the case here, and really nice job by the defense sniffing that one out.
Three for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Falcons are back within 5.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense headed back to take over once more. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this 1st down. Now this is going to be the ball comes out. It's scooped up by the Falcons. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Falcons will cut the deficit down to 2.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This returnable from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense about ready to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. Quick throw, taken in, and nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And that'll move the sticks. 1st down, up to the 40.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Here's a run with Eckler. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
He's got a man. It's McLaurin. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On second down, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Daniels going to keep this himself. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
On play action, Daniels firing right side, brought in by Brown. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Washington. Throwing now, Daniels. Now they'll set up the screen to Eckler. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. And at the very least, got to come away with some points.
He'll get this out to his running back. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Second and goal. They'll keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Seibert out now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Bijan Robinson headed back onto the field. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On play action, Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Looking to throw, it's Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports halftime report. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. And he did it with his legs, accounting for 3 first-half touchdowns on the ground. Sensational. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Daniels to throw on second down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 20. First down, Washington.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a 3rd and 2. Another run here for Robinson. And he will have the Commanders' first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. They'll come up on a second down and 8. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Sybird's kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A Avery Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
On second down, Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On third down, it's Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. Give him 18 yards on that one and a first down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. That one is caught by Mooney. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the gun, here is Penix. And he'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the first down on a gain of 7.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Penix gonna throw again. And that is incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, and he's gonna go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson.
Really nice job by the secondary. It's clear the offense was trying to put some layers and take a deep shot to pick up this first down, but with nowhere to go, the quarterback's got no choice but to check the ball down. They do a great job tackling in space and keeps them short of the first down.
Whose kick is good. And the Falcons are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he is stopped at the 25, and the drive will begin there. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Daniels now on 1st down. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They run over center with Robinson. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here comes 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Commanders' 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the zone read, Daniels gonna hang on to it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Up from his safety spot, Jesse Bates makes the play. Here's 2nd and 6. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll empty out the backfield as they come up for 3rd and a yard. 3rd and a yard, it's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4th down.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. Open man left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It'll be a gain of 10 and just enough to move the chains. This drive has been methodical, but Will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2. What do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels. That one, take it in. Noah Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. They'll run it here with Robinson. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. Third and 6. Pitts is the man in motion. On 3rd down, Penix. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
The Falcons send their punting unit out. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Out of the gun, they give it to Eckler. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Throwing is Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. That one secured by the tight end Bates. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. The motion man here is McLaurin. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. They'll give it to Eckler on the option. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. He slams it in there, and he is in. Brian Robinson, touchdown Commanders. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Here's Seibert now for the point after. It's up and good. And the Commanders will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. From the gun, it's Penix. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down. They'll throw. It's Penix. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed, Mike. The opportunity was there. His guy was open. They ran out of room a little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite get the ball up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He gets this one complete to Hodge. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. It is third and 10. We'll go play action now with Penix. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. So third and long, trying to pick up a first down and keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, And the defense scores with a pick six.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick six.
Seibert's extra point is true, and the Commanders are going to extend their lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. That'll be caught by McLeod. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. The screen works for 10 yards and a 1st down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Throwing now, Penix on 1st down. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
He'll get this to McLeod. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They're going to go play action with Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, here is Penix. There he goes again. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Through the middle of the field. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, Penix. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Commanders' offense make their way out to take over once more. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point, and now they'll try to finish up strong. Room to run at the 35, and they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it, and no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
They run. Eckler. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the give, it's Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. On the ground, it's Robinson. The Commanders set to kick this one away, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. The visitors' offense and Michael Penix getting ready for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. On 1st down, it's Penix. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Falcons getting their punter out there, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Third down and 9. On the zone read, here's Daniels. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Washington.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a first down.
Here's Robinson. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Second down and 3. Man in motion is Brown. They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Commander's first down. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll be taken down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's a run. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Seibert out now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will add one more onto their big lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. Williams now to return. Now an opening past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, when you've given up this many points, you're going to get quite the workload with your return units, and that's a really good effort right there. I mean, it's going to get lost anytime you have a one-sided game like this, but that's great determination on that run back.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Penix on 3rd down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Commanders. And they do it in blowout fashion. We thought this might be a competitive battle. It was anything but. Points came early and often, and they cruised to an easy victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.